Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. I wanna ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Ball. Waking up meant that he gave me a chance and I'm rolling the dice. I do it all, living like I'm trying to go for the platinum trophy in life. Who can you call? Really nobody, so you should just follow me on your device. And know if she chilling with me, then it's bound to be chemical X and the sugar and spice. Game in the system, but game is the hobby. I'm probably cocky, but hot as wasabi. I mean, if it's beef, then you know where to find me. My niggas is ready and so is my body. You should be running and telling your posse and what's in the speakers and what's in your potty. And she trying to kick it, but this ain't karate. Just keep that shit down while I'm watching Tsunami. I ain't saying I'm a super nerd, but I told you when we got involved, my idea of a perfect date is a PlayStation and some alcohol. I was role playing on GTA. I'm a good guy, but I got it all. If the world should end, be the first to leave, but the last of us acting naughty, dog. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Level up, tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough. Never lose, should've had better luck. I'ma wake 'em up from a slumber. Money ain't nothing but a thing, and the level ain't nothing but a number. Life ain't nothing but a game. Level up, never lose, should've had better luck. Tryna see a check, I'ma run it up. Yeah, I do a lot, still ain't done enough.
I made it a point to go on Twitter today and just let people know that if you are allergic to like Dove, um, first stick, first speed, or any things that make you smell good, lotion, aim toothpaste.
Wait a minute. I just caught that. That's the dollar store deodorant with Q-Coin.
Listen, because those are the bare minimums.
Yeah.
Those are the bare minimums, right?
Yeah.
If you are allergic to those things aren't normally in your day-to-day routine. this you're not going to be very happy with the things that at least I have to say, because I don't speak for Level One Gaming, and I don't speak for the panel. I speak for myself because the musties are running rampant on social media, and we must do our part to fight back. Um, I must spray the holy functifier to back these people off, because we need to gatekeep gaming. We really need to gatekeep gaming. I think number one, bullying needs to return. That needs to be a thing, and we also need to gatekeep gaming, because obviously this hobby is not for everybody. With all that said, Bonte Wagwan, I see you, my boy Sly Crow. Legendary Yobi's in the building. Stanley, I see what's happening. Soul Tech, I see with the pink hands what's happening. Nisa was the first in the building and said, whoop, I got to see it live. Listen, you guys are freaking amazing. Please hit the like button. But first, what's going on, people? Family, same here from LV1Gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys are leveled up. This is the Level 1 Gaming Podcast. You guys, it's free 99. Hit that like button. You guys, the like button helps us out a whole bunch as we grow. I promise you, we're going to talk about the word woke, and we're going to get real woke-defied and woke up in here. Right, we're gonna jump into that, but before we get going, please hit the like button if you enjoy the show. If you laugh one time, that means you owe it to us. Subscribe if you really enjoy the show. All of those are free, right? But if you want to support Level One Gaming, please consider becoming a channel member. We do have exclusive content for our channel members that I think are pretty awesome. I'm bringing back some old stuff, some other stuff that's going to be exclusive to our channel members. Lady Foxfire, what's happening with you? Neo Blitz, I see you in the chat. What's happening with you, man? You guys are coming out rocking with us bright and early on this late afternoon. We got lots to talk about tonight, but before we really dive into it, I got to get you guys the introductions of my wonderful panel for the night. First up, my right hand, man, the floor hugger with the hardest bars. What's going on, sis?
You know what? We're bringing back Dabs fame. It's 2020. No, it's 2014 all over again. Dabs are in. We're just gonna keep doing them, and I need to hear you, Baron's, Alice's, and Dez's take on musty gamers because I'm ready for it. I just want to laugh tonight, and I need you to go in, babe. So let's hop in, please.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought she said dads are back. I was gonna say, oh, not mine.
No, Baron would make that joke, not me.
I was like, man, that's cool. Like, that's cool. Like, everybody that, not mine.
Baron.
I just said dads.
I'm extremely mad that we got that in common.
Bro. This is how Baron meditates to keep him laughing at us because he has a father. Congratulations to you, Baron.
Just imagine how he treats us on Father's Day.
Next up, if your emails is popping and your DMs is full, that's because communication director Level One Game trying to get a hold of you, baby. Baron J67, what's going on, Chief?
First, let me make sure I'm looking at the screen. Hello. We're existing. There's a lot to talk about. Hashtag showcase was great. Hashtag maybe. Hashtag yeah.
What showcase?
Oh, I'm sorry. Hashtag state of play.
Okay.
Yeah. Hashtag
that wasn't no damn
leak
showcase.
was real. Hashtag
leaks were real.
Yeah.
And it sucked that got leaked. I'm not gonna lie, because that here's the thing: we cover leaks. We're not gonna sit here and act like we're people who don't cover. Oh, covering leaks is bad. We're never gonna do that, right? But leaks still they suck. Because they like ruin my excitement for the state of play, right? Next up, DALLAZ.
Man, let's get it. Hey.
What's happening with you, D?
And I wore deodorant today twice. You know, once when I got up and once when I felt like I needed a little refresher. That's it. Yeah, you know you gotta y'all know how it be. But I will say this. They getting way better at cons now. It's only like out of 600 people that you might walk by in like 30 minutes, only like 77 of them are musty. And at the black cons, it's like only like 6 of them. So bullying is working because we still bully each other.
I don't know about
Oh no, bro, because at DreamCon, bro, it was plenty musty folks up in there, bro.
Oh, you
And
ran
it's
into
like
that?
it's like 90% AAs in that Joker, bro. And I was like, we have to do better. I know you single, because ain't no way you
Oh,
can't marry your girl smelling like that, bro.
I am black, blessed, and highly favored then, because I only came across so many of them.
So
Oh
Like
my
you know,
god.
it's
I
only been
ain't
a
been so
couple.
lucky. Like
Oh
people
man.
chose speed stick and they should have had degree. But next up, last but definitely not least, one of the hardest working women in the biz. Y'all know it is. Daz, what's going on, sis?
Hey, I don't really know what to say after coming off that. I feel like that was the lead up to my introduction. I didn't want to say anything about anybody at a con. Because I've been to a lot of them. But you know what? I think the PAXs are pretty decent when it comes to like body BO ratio to like I took a shower this morning. So I will say that. To be fair, I usually have a table between me and people because I'm like usually working them so they don't get in my face like
Ow.
that. But
Oh, you ain't been in
um,
line with me in fame.
oh, I don't do lines, even if even
She-
if I wasn't.
Oh,
I
oh.
don't do
Yelling
I
lines.
don't do
Ow.
lines.
I don't do lines. As Baron, I did not stand in line
Stay
for his
bougie, my friend.
pen.
Ow.
But
Let's
I'm
Baddest bougie
excited to
Swaggy.
woman
jump
in the
into
world.
this.
She know this
I,
getting
pre-
clipped.
I appreciate you there. Swaggy, hey, Afro Americans.
Hmm
Hey,
Luda.
now I'm finna
Afro
have Southern hospitality stuck in my head.
Afro American.
Luda. That's sad, bro. You
The
said
fact
one
the
word.
And
fact
that's
that
the
y'all
cold Luda too.
understood that,
You said
the fact
one
that y'all
word.
understood
Hey,
that lets me know I'm around the right kind of AAs.
Oh my god. And he ain't talking degrees.
or GGAs. Either way, you know,
Oh my
it
god.
still works.
Listen,
Oh man,
I
I only drink the
want
finest
to
of
jump.
this.
I want to jump right into it, right? And y'all know me. I'm going to mispronounce it. I'm going to mispronounce things because you guys know I'm country. I have a stutter, and I'm bad at saying things, right? But Ghost of Yotei was shown at the State of Play. It was probably the most talked about game at the State of Play. There was a lot of things shown there, right? And I want to overlook the stuff that was shown, but for a lot of people, the Ghost of Tsushima sequel was a surprise, right? Because that was the one thing, because the show did get leaked, and that was the one thing that wasn't inside the leak. But most everything else, Hell Is Us, all this stuff got leaked, right? That's going to be there. But this one wasn't in the leak, and you can kind of see people when they were live, like, oh my god, this is Ghost of Tsushima. They were hyped, super excited, right? Going through it, and at the very end, they go, "A girl."
Yeah, hey, it did catch a lot of folks off guard. That was pretty funny.
Like, people was like, "Oh, we back. Peak Gaming is here. Thank you, Sony. Who I gotta love?" Like, it was the excitement was top tier until I seen a girl, right? I'm seeing top streamers, right? I'm not saying no names because you guys can go see the clip. Top streamers like, oh, do I have to play as a girl? Can I play as a guy? Other streamers, other content creators. Oh, this is trash. Where is Jen? So they just gonna replace. They're gonna replace Jen with Yote. Like, are we not paying attention? Like, did I see like everybody else when we saw seeing that this is like well after? Like we're talking 300 plus years. So you want this game to be about Land of the Dead? Is Jen immortal? For someone who don't play Ghost of Tsushima, is he immortal? Somebody tell me. Because how is he supposed to exist? Or is the
As a
fact you guys
ghost.
want it
No,
as
I'm
a ghost?
kidding.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Hey,
Listen,
how much you want to bet he's
No.
gonna be the reincarnated spirit in that wolf?
Yeah.
I want to be shocked, but my biggest
they
problem
headcanon.
is I need people to decide what they're really angry about, because it took 6.7 milliseconds for Ghost of Yotei to be called Ghost of Wokeness, DEI in feudal Japan. Like, it took 6.7 milliseconds for that to become rampant on Twitter, which is a breeding ground for nonsense. On YouTube, people have lost their mind. And I'm gonna tell you this, right? I personally, when I play video games, like I can create a character, I always create female characters, right? I don't understand the issue with that, right? But B, I'm gonna start with you. Ghost of Yotei is 300 years past Ghost of Tsushima, right? Jin is gone. There is now a female protagonist. Your thoughts, if you played the first Ghost, your thoughts and excitement for Ghost of Yotei.
I think the series is dope, and this has always been one of the this has always been the Assassin's Creed game in Japan that we always wanted. At least the first Ghost of Tsushima. But it's way more than that. I'm not trying to belittle it at all. Like it's way more than that. It's a solid stand. Like if you haven't played it, please go play Ghost of Tsushima. But it definitely was a shocker. I think that's more of what threw people off. It was just such a big shock. But I think the thing that throws me off personally is why are we acting like women protagonists aren't a very major part of gaming? Whether it's Pac-Man, whether it's Samus,
Because she's not
whether
horny.
it's right,
They
whether
haven't
it's
made her
Tomb
horny
Raider.
yet.
That's a good
Them
point.
cheeks wasn't cheeking. That's all it was.
Once
Uh,
they find a way to make a character hot in their minds, it's gonna be
Now it's okay.
Now it's okay because she's attractive to me. Look at
Mm.
Aloy. Some people hate Aloy's design, but some people find her very attractive. Aloy. If character is not attractive to them, because I'll be honest, we do live and you guys encourage my addiction. We live in an age where I simp over giant foot 9'6" women, whatever. We simp over our characters.
That's
We're
a
in a
convenient
we're
height.
in a horny age, and once they find her horny, that's when it'll be a fight. Or the mods come
And-
in to make it weird.
And
I think
they're gonna mod the heck out of this game.
I think it's always going to be an issue. You're always going to have people who are upset about something. Like you can't please people all the time. One, I'm not surprised that there was this like outcry and negative ish because we always have something like this. Like we always do. And I just feel like the toxic gamer is the loudest gamer.
100%. 100%. I just I guess it was such a strange scenario to see such an amazing story. But that's the thing, right? Like what more did you want to see? Like did you want to see him build back up? Spoiler alert, did you want him to build back up Tsushima? Like I feel like it would have been like a city management game mixed in with like more of a tower defense from that point forward than anything else. Like if you would have finished the game and continued the story, like what more did you want from him? What more could he have done that would have still been a grounded story? Because it's funny enough, it's grounded.
Not
like
had a vagina.
But
All he has to do, apparently.
and that's
Maybe this crowd is the same crowd who loves all the Fast and Furious movies.
first off, there's nothing wrong with the Fast and Furious movies.
Where are we on? Like Fast and Furious
the
13?
later Fast and
Wait,
Furious.
15?
Wait.
73.
We're having a
Yeah,
good
I mean,
day.
that's
We're having a good day.
73.
Put a pin in that
We're
one.
having a
It's
good
side
day.
conversation.
Yeah.
Hey,
like,
really quickly. Let me get to
That's
Jay
true.
Rambus
That's
follow
true.
super chat. Thank you for the support, my brother. He says some of these widows need to put their controller down and touch a woman since they seem to hate them so much. Shaking my head. I never will understand the hatred
Oh no, not them,
with
dude.
the people in this space when it comes to people that they came out of. It's kind of weird. Shout out to you, Jay. Thank you for the support. Nisa Howard, thank you for being a member of Level 1 Gaming. Really appreciate the love and support. We hope you enjoy the content. Drake, he says, Tugger, I can't hear you, my love. Turn up the speaker. Is at Special Nick with the G-Day in the chat. Strolly, who is also trying to member Level 1 Gaming, says hello. Miss L says, wow.
I know.
Is that somebody tell me, is that what RAWR means? Because that when I see it, I think, wow. Am I tripping?
Yeah.
Or does it
no,
mean
That's
something?
what that is.
You're
That's
right.
the
No,
one
it's
time
like-
Oh,
you
it
got
means
right.
wire because I'm
Yo,
old. I
this-
turned
hey,
37 in
y'all.
a few
You're
days.
old.
In a few
Yeah, it's
months.
okay.
Let's put our bread together and get Fame a gift. Because this is the one time he actually read something and got it like exactly. This is one time your dyslexia didn't kick
Because
your ass.
usually somebody tricked me into saying something nasty on stream, bro,
That's-
all the time. Because I
yeah.
get stuff a little bit too late.
And then he pronounced the game right too.
Man, you know my
Well,
brother is
we
still
we
saying
went
shout
over
out
it like
Tote.
3-4 times.
Yes, Nick, I'll be 37 in November, bro. I'm getting old. I'm getting up there.
I'm
It's
so
time for
tired of
some stuff to
y'all.
start hit.
I hate
What?
that talk.
Getting.
So tired
I
of
am.
y'all. I'm
Getting.
getting old.
Everything. Listen, I wake
Shut
up and my
up.
check engine light be on.
No.
Nick, you're 944. There's no way.
You guys
Nick,
cannot talk about being old.
Des, I need you to read me a
Yes,
story with the
You
sleepy ass
can't.
voice.
Listen,
I
if
gotta
you
see
didn't,
that.
but listen, here's the thing: if you didn't tell nobody, Des, we wouldn't
Oh
know.
my god.
You didn't tell
Des
no.
takes baths in cocoa butter.
You should make her slip
And
in
so
that
does
shit,
and
too.
so does special
And
Nick.
shea butter.
Because he don't look 44.
Moisture.
Oh,
There's
Nick,
no way.
yeah, Nick doesn't look 44.
Moisturize.
Yeah, no.
Moisturize.
Y'all
The
moisturize.
moisturizer in this
Every
house.
time I hear somebody say that, I think about Doctor Who. Like I can't hear that without thinking Doctor Who.
Hey, long as you using lotion and not baby oil. But listen, we're going back to
No pause, keep going. We know the type
Okay,
of people
keep
we are.
going.
Keep going.
Yeah.
This ain't
My
a
bad.
surprise.
They know where they at.
My bad.
I
My
love
fault.
when Baron just shuts off his
I was waiting to
camera.
see.
My
Y'all know where
bad.
The
you're at.
first one, I knew one. Hey, I knew it was gonna
We
be.
can't make
Train.
baby oil
I knew
jokes.
he was gonna be the first one.
No, you know
We
what
can't
you've
make-
done? You
we-
started a slippery slope now,
knew-
fam.
Oh my god.
I love it here. I love it here.
My fault.
This is why I come
No,
back.
I
Listen,
feel like it's
y'all
fair.
are
You
s-
can make those jokes. You can.
See? Baby oil is on the table. Dallas,
I
I'm gonna
can't
swing over to you.
believe he had that
Ghost
much
of
baby oil.
Yotei.
First of all,
Girl.
this group of people
Ghost-
is solely responsible for any and every time my mental health is in the green. Oh
Yep.
man. First of all.
But D, you I honestly, because I struggle with names, I couldn't even pronounce. I have B. How do you pronounce this right? Not B. D. How do you pronounce it right? But Ghost of Yotei. Your excitement for the sequel and thoughts with the conversation surrounding Jen dying of natural causes.
I'm a big like Ghost of Tsushima fan. I am very into the game. Beat the game, beat the DLC. Pretty close to the platinum, but I had other stuff to play. And it's a game that I'm really into. As a matter of fact, when they announced Assassin's Creed Shadows, I was like, we already got Assassin's Creed Japan, like literally the best Assassin's Creed game we're ever gonna get. And then they said Yasuke, so I don't know. I probably might buy it anyway. That said, I'm really into the idea of Ghost of Yotei. I'm really into the idea of continuing on later on in because it's a real historical play. Like we looking at kind of like a mirror, art imitating life in a lot of ways. However, when we found out that the main character was a woman, like online, the last time I seen bitch type that many times, I was reading Too Short lyrics.
What's my favorite word? Why they gotta say it like short?
That's the last time I'm just saying it's a little wild because like did the gameplay look like didn't all the way up until the point that you couldn't even see her face. Like she masked up like Jen.
They
with
were
the hat,
hyped to the very end.
rice
D.
farmer hat. Because it
looked
was
like
something to be
Jen.
hyped about.
Yeah.
That's what's so wild to me. Because if you were hyped when you watched that, it's because there was something to be hyped about. It's because there was a reason to feel that way. You saw you saw you saw the gun and was like, oh snap. Now, if anything, I feel like people should have been like, oh, guns, I still want to shoot a bow. Like that's a thing in gaming. And I feel that because I prefer bows over guns in games, if I'm being completely honest. But at the same time, that's the thing y'all got mad about. Like, y'all. Oh, y'all gonna sleep forever. We gonna stay woke.
I want to play as
creepy.
men and men only.
Which is wild, because listen, when it comes to video games, and I'm sure we've all noticed this at some point, but especially when you're playing a game like Ghost of Tsushima, like the quote unquote Sony formula, the single player over the third person over the shoulder game, you are basically spending a whole lot of your time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Third person over the shoulder action adventure title with a little bit of stealth.
Mm-hmm.
And during games like this, especially the stealth sections, all you're really doing is looking at your character's ass for 50 to 60 hours, right? If I had to choose which ass that I'd be staring at for the entirety of my playthrough, I'd probably choose my preferred sex, which is a woman. And these people swear to Jehovah's Witnesses that women are their preferred sex. But for whatever reason, every time one pops up in a video game, there's a problem, and that is wild to me. I just don't understand it. I don't see a future in which these people have children in the natural way. I just don't.
Move
Now,
And,
on.
mind
and I
you,
hate to like say I hate to do this.
now mind you, just before that was shown, I think it was before it was shown. Like we see the Stellar Blade and 2B collab. Even I was like, oh,
Hyped.
you
Babe,
got
yeah.
me. So we got
I might get Stellar Blade now.
Stellar Blade, and we're excited. We got 2B and Stellar Blade. We're excited. We got what's her name? Is it Artia? In Ghost of Yotei, I can't pronounce her name. I'm sorry, the actual character. It's like now it's another female character, and you're Atsu.
Atsu. Yeah.
Atsu.
ATSU. Japanese is what it's spelled like is usually what it sounds like. Atsu. Yeah.
I thought you said hot soup. Shout out to Jay Rimble, the father super chat. He says, "Fame, you saw people getting that baby oil and loop for the PS5. All they are releasing are remakes, remasters. Ghost 2 looks interesting. I will say this, and I said it before, and I said it again. I believe even Baron has said it recently. One of the worst things they did with the PS5 Pro was like, hey, PS5 Pro is great. We're gonna show you a bunch of old games. Like it should have been like that should have had something in their pocket, like a new game to show, right? And I'm glad they're able to show this. We don't know what this was running on when we saw it, but again, we didn't see a lot of actual like gameplay. But again, it does look great. Jay, shout out to you, man, for the support and follow super chat, man. But again, the PS5 Pro, we're gonna talk more about that here in a second. PS5 Pro is not something that I'm like interested in. My OG PS5 is gonna do me just fine. Honestly, I'd rather. And I said this way before we knew Xbox wasn't doing the mid-gen refresh. I said it before the PS5 Pro was announced or speculated. I'm done with mid-gen refreshes because I feel like these are a cop out for you not to give us the things you promised us previous, right? We heard 60 frames per second is the standard and blah 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 blah. You got 8K on the box. Just for you to say, we was kind of playing. Here's go spend $700 more, and we may give you the stuff we promised you 4 years ago. I'm not giving them my money anymore. I'll wait until next gen. Honestly, Trape said the bottom of the trailer says running on PS5. There we go. So we're going to PS5. I don't know if there's I'm pretty sure when it dropped, it'll be PS5 Pro enhanced. We did get that scissor reel of all the enhanced games. Which I thought was super dope. But listen, Dez, Hugger, before we swing up out of the next topic, I'm going to give you guys the last word. Ghost of Yote and your thoughts. Are you guys excited for this sequel at all? And have you been paying attention to any of the conversation regarding the crybabies that a girl?
I think I'm pretty used to it. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, but I'm excited. Anytime a protagonist in a game shows up that's a woman, I'm down to play it because we just don't have enough.
Same. Because this is, honestly, I feel like this is a flashback to a literal decade ago when it was the Assassin's Creed. A woman would never sell, a female-led Assassin's Creed would never sell. And now, unfortunately for some of these musty people, the female character is usually the most chosen in the Assassin's Creed and becomes the canonical character anyway. But
female characters are the play characters. I only play with female characters.
Because you play
Cassandra is canon.
Yeah, I literally like we're playing a game and if it's an option to choose a female character, I'm choosing a female character. Almost exclusively, right? I've never been like the game I've been playing the most, right? You guys know the First Descendant, right? The game starts, you got 3 characters, right? You got the generic Call of Duty character, you had the big buff dude, and then you had the girl, Viessa. And who did I choose? Viessa. I've always preferred to play with female characters. I can't explain to you why. I can't explain to you why I don't want to be rubbing Diddy's baby oil on these characters chest and be shining out here. I can't explain to you why I don't want to do that, right? I want to be the female character every single time. I want to be beautiful. I want to be sleek. I want to be good looking. I want
Shout
to
out
play
to
with
her
these
fit.
characters, right? And yeah,
Yes.
and if anyone tells me that that's weird or that's stupid or whatever, I bet you got 100 hours in photo mode on Stellar Blade. So don't come for me.
No, they're the same people that have
I wish there
hundreds
was
of
a trophy for
hours
it.
in 2K, customizing all they man's clothes, they man's shoes, tattoos, everything. Leave fame alone.
You see what I'm saying? I think at the end of the
They
day,
got 100
at,
hours
at the end of the
in
day, I
Cyberpunk
think
2077's character creator.
we
Choosing
need to
penis size.
realize, yeah, we did. I think at the end of the day, and all seriousness, right? All jokes aside, at the end of the day, I think people need to understand that not every game needs to be a dude, or it needs to be this, needs to be that. Gaming is one of the most diverse, if not the most diverse hobby in the world. Whether you're male, female, black, white, Hispanic, there's so many people who play video games, right? And you mean to tell me a video game or a handful of video games cater to a certain demographic that makes you upset? It's weird. And we have to stop highlighting these content creators who further push this agenda. And you know where it starts? It starts with these publishers, these console makers who are constantly providing free stuff to the people who push gaming in the wrong direction. I am so sick of these huge content creators coming out and pushing these narratives, right? If this game like Dragon Age, right? And I'm not gonna get political. I'm not, right? When it came out, oh, you can have surgery scars. Oh, I'm done with this game. Why, bro? Just don't choose surgery scars and make your character the big old buff swole dude that you think you are. And you look in the mirror and move on. You can do that, right? I think it's weird that we're upset of features that have nothing to do with us, bro. If I'm someone that says I only want to play with AAs, I'm gonna make every character an AA, and whatever other option they give me, it don't matter. I'm gonna be out here looking like Mr. Popo because that's what I want. But you don't have to always be upset what somebody else is doing. Just move forward with what you like.
And that's what's so
I can't say
crazy.
Mr. Popo either.
I mean, listen, we're not gonna disrespect Popo. Cause listen, and if I was to play a game of racist or not racist, and we really looked at Mr. Popo, at one point
Popo's a
in
gem.
Dragon Ball, and for a long time in Dragon Ball, Mr. Popo was the strongest person on Earth. At a time when Goku whooped everybody's ass that was strong, Popo whooped his ass. Popo was Whis at one point, basically. That's
But
not
listen,
disrespect, bro.
no disrespect to Popo, man, for real. Listen, man, if you guys enjoying it, so hit that like button, man. It's free 99. It helps us out a whole bunch. I do want to move forward really quick. We're not gonna top it too long, but apparently Ubisoft is pulling out a Tokyo Game Show and Assassin's Creed. What's the name of this new Assassin's Creed? Someone help me out here.
Shadows.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, right? Which has been a lot of controversy. Why? Because the main protagonist is an AA.
And the other one's a woman.
And a woman.
You just get me every
Right?
time.
No, I'm
That's
not gonna
why
lie.
there's so
Oh,
much
girls.
Now,
Oh,
we don't know
gameplay was
why
fire.
in particular. We don't know why in particular that they pulling this out, right? But we know the game is shrouded in controversy because of those two
it's
things.
delayed too.
And it's it delayed,
Yeah.
right? B, I gotta ask you, bro. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Is it dead on arrival?
No. I don't care how much negativity you hear around an Ubisoft game. If they haven't lost the goodwill yet, they never will. Like I just like, let's be real here. Ubisoft could drop a game today and people would play it. People would buy it. Even their bad games are good. Like, think about our complaints when it comes to Ubisoft. Well, it's doing too much of the same. So fun, full of story, full of things to explore, random crazy moments, great cinematics. Like,
Mm-hmm.
oops, I'm sorry. Amazing places to climb and crazy fights with deities from across different pantheons and cultures. Like, oops, I'm sorry. Like that's
Yeah.
the bad of Ubisoft. Like the
Let's
bad
not
of
forget
Ubisoft.
they found. Please let's not forget that they found a chamber in one of the pyramids that archaeologists didn't even find as they were researching for Assassin's Creed Origins.
They
Ubisoft is the
saved
only reason
the
the Notre
church.
Dame
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
yeah in
They
Paris can
say,
be
"Yup."
rebuilt.
Yeah, they
Like,
literally saved the church through their detail and
Yeah,
care
what
about making a
contributions did
story.
y'all make?
No, and that's what I'm saying. So I think do I think it's DOA? No. Is there maybe problems they're running into? Sure. Or maybe I don't know. Because when is did they announce the release date for Ghost of Yotei?
No,
I'm sorry.
we might
Yeah,
have got.
Ghost of Yotei. I said it right.
Did we get a release window?
I don't
Maybe
remember seeing a window. That's just me.
2025.
2025.
Okay.
Yeah.
2025.
Honestly, more time is never a bad thing. And it must I wonder what they saw on the back end to make Ubisoft kick back
This is a
such a
refresh
major
again.
game.
So,
Oh,
Remember,
so
I
I will
like
say,
that.
just to kind of add just to add a little bit of context. I'm so sorry, Hug, and I'm going to you. I'm
No,
so
no, no,
sorry.
baby.
It was set to release November 15th of this. No,
Mhm.
yeah, November 15th of this year. With a delay, they will be refunding pre-orders of the game. And those who chose to pre-order the game in the future will be given the first expansion for free. That is a fantastic move. But go ahead, Hugs. I'm sorry.
Like Baron was on. I think this is a refresh because
Mm.
remember it was third with Ron Takeda and Connor, where they stopped the American. No, actually, it was Liberation where they stopped the American like lineage, and then it took forever. And we asked for them, and then Origins came out, and it kind of refreshed the whole franchise. And now people are tired of that. I don't think it's the game
They took a
itself
year
that's
off.
in controversy. I think it's Ubisoft. Ubisoft just got caught promoting Assassin's Creed with AI art. Like, it's not the game. It's Ubisoft that's in controversy, and the game is kind of getting it. Because this is going to be, like Baron said, it's another Ubisoft adventure. We love Ubisoft adventures as much as we crap talk it. I will play Assassin's Creed till the cows come home. I'll tell you that. God
Same
Jesus.
here.
Amen.
You
Amen.
know
Play
what
it.
though? I want to respectfully disagree with you on one point. As a Assassin's Creed fan, I do have
Yeah.
a slight issue with the game, and I can't really say what it is. Like I can't go into detail without spoiling things for people. But ever since they got rid of a certain character, they kind of sort of changed the modern day story in a way that I didn't really appreciate, and they tried to go back to that with Layla in Origins, and I really appreciate where that was going, right?
Mhm.
Hasn't it been
However,
about 20 years? Can't you just say that old dude was no
That's
like
that's the thing, though. It's
has
experimental.
has it
I'm not
been?
going to
It
be mad
hasn't
at them
been
for
20 years. I'm being
it's
experimenting.
not
dramatic.
just that, but
It has been 20 years, hasn't
it's
it?
been a little
2007 is
bit.
when the first one
It's
came out. Yeah,
been
it's been a very long time. It's an old franchise. I'm glad they
I think you can
experimented.
say what happened.
Did I always like their like Assassin's Creed Rogue? It was the one kind of like set here in Canada. Did I like it? No. Did I like 3? No. But they are a franchise that they've been around for way too long for people to not buy this game.
I say
Way
I
too long.
will say though that they did deserve have earned their stay. I'll say it like that.
True.
They have earned their stay.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Mm-hmm.
So just to
So whether
I didn't mention I did mention the original date was November. It was delayed to February 14th. So we're looking at a 2-month delay, and for them to do that and then say, hey, you're getting the first expansion for free if you pre-order. I think that's
That's
a
cool.
good deal. I'm just
Yeah.
really afraid because of the climate that we're in that people are really going to try to there's a larger than expected subsection of gamers who actually want games to fail because they're upset. Like
Yeah.
they actively like, man, this game looks great, but because of my beliefs or whatever, I want this game to fail. And I fear because of the double whammy, right? that this game is going to, unfortunately, we're gonna get the didn't meet expectations article. I think shortly after the game releases. I just think it's too much hatred surrounding its dual main protagonists.
But one thing
With a capital
Ubisoft
P.
is known for: stubbornness. They do not care if even they make what they like. Because let's be honest, Siege, they can put another Siege season out for Siege and just make all the money back. Siege is so popular. Ubisoft will keep on trucking. Let's be honest,
For Honor,
Assassin's
too.
Creed. For Honor makes them a lot of money now. Like, they have games that are sustainable. I don't know about X Defiant. I don't think that one is really good, but Ubisoft will keep on trucking. It's Ubisoft. We scream at them for ignoring us, but then in some ways it's like, you know what? Just keep on trucking, baby. Do what you gotta do. Not gonna like it, but do what you gotta do.
Listen, hoping for the best. Listen, I'm about to get a little bit long-winded. All right, I want you guys to hear me. I'm gonna read some details out to you guys, and you let me know if this excites you enough to go out and spend $700. All right. So, Digital Foundry got their hands on 11 games for the PS5 Pro. A PS5 Pro enhanced titles. All right. Start out to Shinobi, who we've had on the show multiple times before. I need to get him back on the show. Who made this thing so easy for me? I love people who do this on Twitter. It makes it I have to pick stuff out of articles. Thank you. All right, so for Horizon Forbidden West, incredibly impressive. Okay. For Horizon Forbidden West on PS5 also looks better in 60 frames per second performance mode. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth looks as good or better at 60 FPS than quality mode on base PS5. Spider-Man 2 and Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart both receive Performance Pro modes, which adds more detail and less aliased and more stable PS5 Pro performance mode. Demon Souls delivers 4K like image at 60 FPS and 1440p 60 and 4K 30 base PS5. Dragon's Dogma 2 rendered at 4K using PSSR, which much improved frame rates in 50s in the city and 30s and low 40s on the base PS5 within the PS5 Pro's VR window, which should reduce jitter. I don't know, I think it'll be jitter and look smoother. Hogwarts Legacy significantly better than base PS5, 60 FPS performance mode. Uses many of the settings on PS5 fidelity mode. That's actually one of the best things. That sounds really good. Big boost to ray tracing effects in Hogwarts Legacy, 30 FPS fidelity mode. GT7 adds ray tracing mode and image quality priority mode. Ray tracing mode adds real time reflections on cars during racing at 60 FPS. Let's see. F2124 also generational leap in image quality, delivers 4K 60 with multiple ray tracing effects. Same with the F124, come closer to the PC version with a lot of additional lighting. They also added a 4K 120 FPS mode. Remind you, this is a racer. I know for a lot of people, racers don't really push the bar for them as far as quality, visuals, stuff like that. Another racing game, the Crew to Motorfest push to the new heights, looks way more detailed than the old performance mode. Less obvious differences if you're already enjoying the game at 30 FPS. So they got their hands on a bunch of games. All right. Something that sticks out to me is like, so we got the PS5 Pro, but we're still not guaranteed 60 FPS on all the games that should have already been 60 FPS, right? I know me reading this out doesn't sound exciting. I didn't talk in an upward inflection, so I'm not trying to get you hyped, right? But seeing how Digital Foundry is talking about these games, D, I want to start with you. And I think Digital Foundry is probably, in my opinion, and I reserve the right to be wrong, right? I never feel like Digital Foundry has any type of bias when it comes to the consoles and how they talk about games, right? I could be wrong. They could hate Nintendo for all I know. I don't know, right? But from what I've seen, if you've seen this video from them and or read the thing or listened to the things I just read out, right? Are you more, less, or neutral as far as your excitement level for the PS5 Pro? Is this something that you need to get day one because, oh my God, it's making all these older games look and run better?
If I'm being honest, I'm a little more into it after this analysis than I was before. Because when you just look at specs, you kind of have in your head, you kind of have a idea of how it might perform, but it's almost never the same as actually seeing it in action. And after hearing what you just read off, at least I can understand that there is some significant difference in some games. But it's not enough for me to do it for me to buy day one. Um, I think if I'm gonna spend $700 on something, there's a million other things that I feel like that could go on. And even if that wasn't the case, I could find a million other things in between here and the bank. That said, I am convinced to at some point get a PS5 Pro. Not at launch, obviously, but like knock on wood, God forbid if something happened to happen to my PS5, I wouldn't just get another base PS5.
It's gonna happen.
What if I
now.
told you that the PS6 was in 2026? Would you still get a PS5 Pro next year?
I mean, if it's in 2026, I don't see why not. I probably would, if I'm being completely honest.
Because I
If,
wouldn't. I
in
think
depends on when. If it's in February 2026, probably not.
it'll likely be
Summer
holiday. Like
2026.
we're talking no. Let's say for all intents and purposes, PS6 gets announced for November 2026. You say you're not buying a PS5 Pro day one, so we look. The year is almost over, so let's say you're looking at sometime next year. Is that year, maybe year and a half wait too long for you to play games at a better spec so you get the PS5 Pro? Because for me, because the speculation is that we're looking at 2026 before these new consoles drop, right? I'm willing to wait if that's the case.
For me, circumstance means everything in that situation.
I get that.
Because if I'm in a place where I need another PS5, I'm going for a PS5 Pro. If I'm not in a place where I need another PS5, but I'm in a place where I can maybe ask for it for Christmas, listen, I get my family a lot of shit. We can afford a PS5 Pro if it comes down to it. But it wouldn't be a priority, if I'm being honest. It wouldn't be something I'm like, oh, I gotta hurry up and get this. There would have to be a Black Myth Wukong level game, and y'all know how I feel about Sun Wukong. There has to be like a game at that level that I'm so excited about that'll only run this well on PS5 Pro. That's it exclusive. There has to be some incredible shit to happen to make me get it day one, if that's the case, without it actually being like a Christmas gift or something.
Now, I respect. Shout out to Lloyd Metro, who's also a channel member through our super chat. He says, I can afford the Pro, not pocket watching my cash. Listen, buy me. You know what, Lloyd Metro? Get two and send it my way because I can afford it too. But listen, I just don't see. And again, I am anti mid-gen refresh. I am the only reason you know why I had an Xbox One X? It was gifted to me. You know who gifted it to me? Probably the most hated PlayStation fan on Twitter. J-Dub City 16. Otherwise, I don't know if you can see it. The Xbox One, I had the Xbox One S and Xbox One, right? That's why I would have been playing. I got the One X because it was a gift. It was gifted to me. I'm not gonna tell you the circumstances around that gift, but it was an amazing gift that I will forever love Jay for. Right? I am so anti mid-gen refresh because I think it's just a way for you to get more money out of us to cover up the broken promises. I'm getting really tired of your broken promises, and I am over them doing that to us.
Why did you put a list on it, though?
Oh no!
I'm over it, so I will not do it.
Oh my!
Can we talk about that though? The mid-gen refresh thing, because I hold the opinion that the mid-gen refresh is not necessarily a mid-gen refresh. I hold the opinion that a mid-gen refresh, as we see it, is literally just the final form of the console. Because for one,
what is it sell? Is this the sale games?
Listen, I mean, in this case,
This ain't
yes,
even my
low
final
key,
form.
low
What
key,
we doing?
yes. Because when they start working on when they finish work on a console, generally the console is not finished. It's just as far as they could get before they had to just push that shit out the door. It's just as far as they were able to make it. It's no different than the video games themselves. It's where the engineers got. If we pay attention, if we were paying attention when the PS5 rumors were going around, when just before the PS5 had dropped, what were we hearing? They don't know how to make this fit. Everybody hates the dev kit. I mean, they never look like the dev kit, but they don't pause. They never look like the dev kit, but they don't know how to put all of these components into a package that's like a reasonable size. Pause again. And that's why the PS5 ended up as big as it is. That's why the
It is
PS5
big.
ended up the size that it
It's
is, right?
huge. The OG PS5, I look at it when I come to my desk. I'm like, man, this joker big, right? No more
But
pause.
it's like that for a reason. Now you know that wasn't their original vision. And while the PS5 Pro might still end up not being their original vision, it is close to the finished product, quote unquote finished product, because what we have now is in their eyes not finished. True art never is. But it's as close to the finished product as they're going to get. Now, second point.
That's a cop out.
My second point. I'll let you say that though. I want to hear what you got to say.
That's a cop out for them because
For them?
you shouldn't be selling me your unfinished product at $500.
They had to sell you something.
That's today's world, unfortunately.
They had to sell you something. They had to get out the door.
There's no way I could get jiggy with that. Like you saying, hey, especially when you're making promises of you putting 8K on the boxes. You're saying, hey, 60 FPS is our standard, right? You're saying all of these things for me to go spend $500 just to say, you know what? This ain't even really what I want to give you in the first place, right? That's terrible.
It's stupid as hell, but it's true. And that leads me to my second point. Every single console since damn near the Sega Genesis, damn near the Super Nintendo has had what we would call a mid-gen refresh, but what ended up being, when we look back at that generation, the final form of that console. The PlayStation 1, when we look at the PS1, we might think about like the OG PS1, but when we go buy a PS1 and we want the best working version of it, we're going to get that little bitch, the little oval shaped square.
Really quickly, I'm gonna get to the point really quick. TGS 1138 with the $2 Super Chat said first mid-gen refresh was the Sega Genesis 32X / Sega CD. I had Sega CD. Shout out to you, man, for the Super Chat. Thank you for the love. I will say this. With the PS1 analogy you just did, right? You know what the difference was? It played the games exactly the same.
If you buy but it was better. It functioned better than the original in their eyes. It was the thing that they would have liked to do with the original PS1, but could only have pulled off with that version. The same as the best version of a PS2 is the PS2 Super Slim. The best version of the PS3 is the PS3 Super. It actually functions better than the original. They continued to develop the console until it got to a point where they were satisfied or they could no longer justify working on it. It had to move on to the next thing. Therefore, it is the final version, aka final form of that console.
Yeah, I step
So
in.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Mommy.
I just want to say,
don't teach. Y'all can't tell her about the magics. She was there when they were written.
I was there.
Don't recite the true magic.
She saw the scripture.
Oh my god! I'm tired of it.
Y'all leave Diz alone.
Yeah, damn.
You're not bullying.
My liege.
Not bullying, girl. Be nice.
What I wanted to say is I agree to an extent with Dallas. I don't think it's like they released it because it wasn't finished. I think just technology is always improving, and in order to keep up, you're going to continue working on the project until like there's a big jump in technology. or these games require more, which means you have to create a new system, right? Um, I don't think it's a money grab. I think it's just the way it's always been when developing these new systems. Instead of giving it a different name, they just call it a refresh because the technology has not gone far enough for it to be a completely new system with like do you know what I'm saying? Am I explaining
Mhm.
But it's
myself
still
well?
an extra
No,
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 yeah,
no.
expense.
you're on it.
Yeah. So I
I
don't
just
think it's
feel
a
in a
money
lot of
grab.
ways. I think they work backwards sometimes. Like because they're trying to get these console prices down. You know, this is what we want to do. Oh, but this is going to cost the consumer way too much. So because I mean, think about it. If they really wanted to, they could push out a console right now that's on par with your high end PCs. But they
It would
have to
just
work
cost. It would just
Yeah,
backwards.
cost
they
a
gotta push it
fortune.
out.
It would just cost too much. So they work backwards and they get it down. So you mean to tell me the technology for them to do this stuff that we talked about, right, with these games, the technology to do that was already out and existed, but you worked down to get it to a cost that you felt was
Well,
appropriate.
I mean,
and
but
then
that's business.
Working
You,
down
if you
yeah,
or
can't, if you can't change, so the difference with a PC is that you can upgrade it at any point. When you buy a console, it is not meant for you to upgrade. Like, so think of a mid-gen as like an upgrade before you get a whole new PC, or a whole new like graphics card or whatever. Like technology is constantly evolving because it's trying to give us the best of the best or whatever. So
Yes.
that mid-range is literally just the upgrade before they start on the new console. Like think
But
of it like a laptop.
and I guess in
and
my
it
mind,
could just
I'm thinking
be
back to his Dallas point about this is the console's final form.
Ah, okay.
The console's final form is still below the most powerful quote unquote technology you have because they work back. To me, they
I
try to
mean, it could just be a
they
PC.
do things to bring down the cost every single time, right? It's all about bringing up. We take this out to bring down costs. Take this out to bring down costs. We use this chip instead to bring down costs, right? And then later on, you say, we know what? Let's give them one. It's a little bit higher, but it's still one way up here. But we're not gonna do it yet because you know what I'm saying. So I
It's
don't.
not
That's
like
why
they
I'm against
holding back
mid-gen.
something.
They
It's
are
that
holding back.
they're developing something and it is only gone so far. Now it could just be a PC within your point, like why not just give us something akin to a PC? But if I'm a corporate entity, if it is not proprietary, it is not mine.
it's a good
You
point.
get what I'm saying?
But
Like if
isn't
it's
the
not
Series
proprietary, it's
X
not mine. I don't own it.
promoted?
And
They would be modular and upgraded.
Oh, the new Xbox. That's what
Yeah,
was
but
in the
that's
leaks,
Microsoft
right?
owns them, so that makes
Yeah.
Oh
sense.
my gosh.
I'll say this. I think it's more of God, I blanked. I had a good point too. I think it's more of bringing it. One, these things are mass produced and they're produced for the common consumer. So when they're working on it, it's what we have in mass at that point in time. Regardless of what tech is available, what can they put out in mass numbers for the whole? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? For
Mhm.
that's
true.
one part. And then the next part is these things are in development. So like they were working on the next console.
Oh no. Oh no. What is happening? If y'all are watching the stream, it hold on. It might be me. What it just happened? Can y'all hear me? Oh no. Oh no, Discord just kind of. Oh no. Bear with me a second, y'all. I'm gonna see if I can reconnect with everybody. I don't think I will be able to. What just happened? It's only me in here, y'all, so give me a second. Yeah, we can't. Oh yeah, Discord just kind of fully. Hold on. Oh no. Discord done us dirty. Okay. So dang. Oh dang. Okay. So well, we are going to what a way to end.
Oh,
Wait a
okay.
minute.
There you go.
Are we back?
Hey,
Oh,
yeah, there you go. It's
I think
Discord.
it's
That was
It's
crazy
Discord.
work.
We all just
Discord.
disconnected.
Yeah, that was Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was Discord.
That was Discord all the way. And it's funny. The only reason
Are
it
we
held
still
together.
live?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're still live. Yep. I
Oh.
entertained them.
Yeah. I was listening to Hugger. Like Hugger was coming through perfectly fine. It was Discord booted us all.
Yeah. Every
Except
single one
Hugger.
of us.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It said like no root and
Crazy
then
work.
the RTC
But listen,
wouldn't
it
connect.
kind of works out. Shout out to the folks who kept rocking with us. It kind of worked out in the end to wrap it all up. Some of us like mid-gen refreshes, some of us don't. Listen, it's been one hell of a show. Thank you to everybody who hit that like button. Thank you for you guys who stayed with us through our technical difficulties. That's always much appreciated. Listen, if you enjoyed the show, hit the like button. It's free 99, helps us out a lot. All right. Also, subscribing. This ain't Twitch, right? Subscribing to the channel is free 99. If you want to become a supporter, please consider. We got multiple levels of channel member stuff. You guys can get different things and videos and all this good stuff. The support helps us out a whole bunch, helps us do the things that we love to do in the gaming industry. Consider becoming a channel member. And also, I don't have mine on. Baron's going to kill me for that. But listen, this, my friends, in the comment section, this is the best budget wired headset you can buy, right? This headset is $60. And this use the link down below, get 10% off and free shipping. This is the Aviga headset. The new link should be in the description. Please consider checking out this headset. It is the best headset money can buy right now. I promise you, I'm not gassing you up. Listen, we're going to get up out of here. We'll see you guys next Wednesday. I see you guys Monday for 15 minutes of fames. I got lots of stuff to talk about that I wanted to get off my chest, and I want to be able to talk reckless without getting in trouble. With all that said, congratulations. You guys leveled up. This is the Level 1 Gaming Podcast. See you guys next week. Peace.
Bye.
Onions.